Today I'm going to be reviewing the 68th Quarterly Field Notes edition. Alright, I got these this morning as of shooting this, so this is literally the day they were delivered to my house. These are called the Fall Flowers edition. It comes with 2 packs of 3, as well as the little bonus they usually always send, which is bookmarks, which I'll get into in a minute. So in the 3-pack, they come with the, let's see, it says the purple coneflower, the false foxglove, and the common chicory. So we've got the 3. They have like a burlappy material on the surface. I gotta read the specs because it's something to do with burlap, because that was one of their little, hey, this is not a hint, when it actually is in the email. Okay, here's your practical applications if you're into that sort of thing. Specifications, you can screenshot if you're into that sort of thing. Tobias is into that sort of thing. Let's see, so it looks like the cover, let's see, the cover is Mohawk Mosaic 100-pound Midnight Blue in burlap, with a thick brute force application of chicory blue and deep denim. So they've got different, of course, different colors for each one. This first one is the purple coneflower. What I love about this is the texture right off the bat. The field notes, the flowers, the stem action, it's all embossed into these covers, and it's super, super sweet. I also like the little, very subtle hint of a purpley. All this series is lined, which is not my #1 favorite, but it's also still very nice. The purple coneflower says here there's information about each flower as well. Perennial, blooms summer, early fall across much of the United States. Blah, blah, blah. Well, again, more information if you want to read that, you can screenshot right now. So this is the purple coneflower here. The false foxglove is a very, very interesting design. I always think it's interesting whenever the field notes is not like upper third. I think it's interesting when it's in the center, because there's certain designs that they have it in that, like I think this, let's see, some of the national parks have them that way, I know for sure. And then just certain editions here and there have it to where the field notes logo is like right in the middle or at the bottom, or just in an unusual location on the cover. Here's information about this one if you're into that sort of thing. Really pretty covers. I like that they're dark, because you got a lot of bright colors in some of these field notes editions, especially with the last one, the Is a River Alive edition. Like, that is a strong contrast. Like, that's super bright and poppy. And then there's this one, which is a much darker, more muted kind of vibe. So I like that there's those two situations back to back of each other. It's always nice when the quarterly releases are different, a lot different from one another. So these are the 3. Boom, boom, bam. The purple coneflower, the false foxglove, and the common chicory. And you can let me know if I'm mispronouncing that, but it looks like chicory. And of course the little back panel is printed on the same, pretty much the same stuff as the cover, except it is slightly, this has that more of a texture to it. Get it close up, there you go. You can see the texture there. And that's gonna be really fun to use. I'm looking forward to using that. The one I'm using currently, the notebook I'm using currently is actually a custom, one of my very first customs. It's almost full, this is notebook number 48. The next one I'm going to be using is this Is a River Alive, and then once I'm done with that one, I will be using the Fall Flowers. Probably, honestly, I don't know. Part of me is inclined to use them in order, like use this one, then this one, and then this one. But if I didn't do that, I'd probably use this one first. But realistically, I'll probably use this one. So those are out of the thing, ready to rock and roll. Now we have the bookmarks, the subscriber exclusive item. These are printed on some kind of cardstock, but they're kind of like the book darts that they have, where it's like you clip it around your page. You know, you're reading, you're writing, whatever. Need a bookmark? No problem. Let me get it on there. This is more of a bookmark than a book dart, and it also sticks out. So that's actually really sweet. Huh. I like that. Because then it stays, like if your book comes open. Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's really nice. That's really nice. I might actually implement that into my book. So there's 3 of those that come with that. So if you're a subscriber from Field Notes, you will get these bookmarks, which are excellent. And if you are not a subscriber, you can use the link below in the description to sign up for your annual subscription. Your first order will get 2 packs of the notebooks, as well as the pack of bookmarks. All kinds of great perks. I won't go into that. You can look at their website if you want to. And if you use my link, you'll be supporting the channel, as well as if it's your first Field Notes order, you'll actually get 10% off if you use my code. So if you also got these, let me know in the comments what your thoughts were on them. If I had to rate them out of 10, I would say they're a very, very solid 7. I would prefer a grid or a dot grid, but I'm trying to get out of my pickiness when it comes to that sort of thing, because I've got plenty of line books that I really like and want to use. I think it's just more so, it's in my head. Like, I prefer one or the other until I use it, and it's like, oh yeah, this isn't so bad. Beautiful notebooks all around. I love the varying colors and the varying designs. The designer did a phenomenal job. If you want to read more on these, and I don't want to sit here for 18 hours and read it all to you, so if you want to read more about that, again, Field Notes link is in my description if you want to learn a little bit more about how these were put together. All right, so the Field Notes Fall Flowers edition is the 68th quarterly release. Hope you guys enjoyed this little review. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for watching.